Okay, so we're going to do a think aloud, okay? And remember, like what we've been practicing, it's whatever you're thinking as you're reading, you would just say it out loud so I can hear and you can hear yourself think about it, okay? This is a story we'll be working on.
Brownie and Pearl get a bite. Brownie and Pearl get a bite.
Okay, now I want to stop at this first page right here. So Brownie and Pearl get a bite. Now when I'm thinking of get, and I'm thinking out loud here, and I say get.
Grab a bite.
Okay, so what made you want to change it to grab instead of get?
Because it doesn't sound the T.
It doesn't sound like a T at the end. That is correct, okay? So go ahead and reread that title for me.
Brownie and Pearl grab a bite.
That's go ahead.
Time for lunch. Brownie and Pearl are going to get a bite.
Okay, I liked how you changed going here when you first said Brownie and Pearl are getting, and then you thought about it and said, so what made you want to change that to going instead?
I saw the letters and it didn't look like going.
You saw the letters and it didn't look like it? Okay, that is correct. Now, when you came over here, you said to get a bite. Why did you say get?
Grab a bite.
Grab a bite. So I'm thinking maybe get is just a word that you're more used to saying, but let's always pay attention to those ending sounds to help us, okay? Go ahead.
Time for lunch. Brownie and Pearl are going to grab a bite.
Good.
What looks good? Orange juice.
The orange juice looks good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cheese. Spring cheese. My favorite. Don't play with your cheese, Pearl. What else to eat?
Good. I like how you made sure it sounded like a question at the end. Good.
Apples. Yum. Don't roll your apple, Pearl. What now for something salty?
Good. Now let's go back to this page real quick. I just want to point out how really good you are at making sure the words match what you're looking at. So when you said what for something, you thought about it and said, okay, well, W is at the end here. So it can't be what because it has a W at the end. So you went back and looked at it. Okay, so what was that word instead?
Now.
Okay, go ahead.
Now for something salty. Saltines, of course.
Good. Now listen, that word right there, saltines, is not a word that people use a lot. Even adults sometimes say it wrong. So I'm glad that you took the time to break up that word and listen to the sounds that each of the letter makes here. And when you did that, you were able to put it together and make saltines. So good job, because that is a really hard word. Okay.
Brownie likes to bite her saltines into shapes. Look, P is for Pearl. Isn't
Mm-hmm.
lunch fun,
Good.
Benny and her need one more thing.
Hmm.
Milk. Brownie likes milk in a glass. Per likes milk in a bowl.
Okay. Now I'm going to point out two things here. First thing, I love how when you said milk, you didn't just say milk. Because when a word or a sentence has an exclamation point at the end, it means they're saying it with some extra feelings. So when you said milk, that's a good way to say it because they were excited. That's why they have an exclamation point here. Something else I want to point out. Pearl likes milk in a bowl. Okay, that's what we said here. So I want you to think out loud and look at that word again. What do you see here?
Dish.
Dish. Okay. So why do you think you said bowl instead?
Because I wasn't paying attention to the word. I was guessing the word instead of trying to learn the word.
Oh, well, I like how you're able to put that together by yourself. But that's something that a lot of readers do. They guess on that next word because they're just so used to reading or they're kind of reading a little too fast. But what you said is absolutely correct. You pretty much just guessed on that word because you were just reading it. But because when people drink milk, do they sometimes have it in a bowl? Yeah, so it does make sense to have milk in a bowl. Some people just call it a dish. So we just got to pay a little bit more attention to the words here. But what you said was absolutely correct. Go ahead, turn it.
Eat, eat. In. Drink, drink. Lick, lick. Yum.
Good.
Lunch.
Good. So as you read the story, what did it make you think about?
A lunch.
It made you think about lunch. Anything specific came to your head while you were reading?
Why was the kitty playing with all her food?
The kitty? Why the kitty was playing with her food? Yeah, she did seem to be having a lot more fun with her food than usual. Okay. Now, out of everything in the story, what part did you really like? What stood out the most to you?
When she was eating the crackers.
The crackers? Do you remember what those kind of crackers were called?
Saltines?
Yeah, the saltines. That's pretty much what it is. It's just a type of cracker. So why did that part stand out to you?
Because I like crackers that are salty and like squares.
You like crackers that are salty and like squares too. Well, that's good. So you're able to make a connection with the story, and when people make connections with the story or they talk out loud about the story, it helps them remember the story more. So that's a really good thing. So you did a really good think aloud, and thank you so much for sharing with us.